So you've made the decision. You're going to Disney World. So where do you start? How do you plan a Walt Disney World vacation? Well, today we're going to find out. Let's hop into it. Hello and welcome to the Park Hop. My name's Jacob. Thanks for liking and subscribing. You know, Walt Disney once said, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. So when it comes to planning your Walt Disney World vacation, where do you start? What steps do you take to successfully plan a trip to Walt Disney World? Well, in a lot of ways, it's not as easy as it was back in the day. The times where you just book your hotel, buy your tickets on property, and then choose what you're going to do the day that you plan to do it have long since passed, and that can be a bummer. But planning ahead for your trip to Disney can save you time, save you money, and can actually be fun for you and your family. So, without any further delay, here are 10 steps to plan a Walt Disney World vacation. Number 1. Create your My Disney Experience account. My Disney Experience is Disney's one-stop location for you to easily manage your travel plans. You can make resort and dining reservations, purchase tickets, get FASTPASSES, and enter virtual queues, view wait times for the attractions, see photos taken during your trip. It's an absolute must for your Disney vacation. Plus, you can access all of these things at mydisneyexperience.com or via the My Disney Experience app on your Android or iPhone. After you create your My Disney Experience account, you'll add the names and ages of all the members of your traveling group into your planning party. This ensures that everyone will be included in the plans that you make and nobody is going to be left out of the fun. Number 2, determine your budget. Okay, I get it. This is not the most exciting part of the planning process, but it is the most important. You're likely to be spending thousands of dollars, and it's super easy to spend thousands more. One study found that Americans typically spend about 10% of their household income each year on vacations, but it also found that they're financially impacted by that vacation for more than 6 months. So, determine what you have available and what steps you're going to take to make it happen. Determine how much from each paycheck you might be squirreling away, and figure out a plan for how you're going to spend less while you're saving. Maybe you're going to eat out less often, or you're going to ditch the cable bill. But whatever steps you take, don't get so caught up in having that dream Disney vacation that the rest of your year becomes a nightmare. Figure out what you and your family will choose to spend on your vacation and use that as your guide as you plan your next steps. Number 3, choose your travel season. I know that most people take vacation in the summer, but when you're planning a Disney vacation, there is a lot of seasonality to consider. First off, there's different stuff going on. There are festivals like Food and Wine or Flower and Garden. There are holiday events like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party or Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, but there's also pricing. Both hotel and ticket prices vary depending upon the time of year that you go. If you go in late January or early September, for instance, you're likely to pay significantly less than if you go in early summer or especially high seasons like spring break or around Christmas. Let's say you wanted to stay at the Port Orleans Riverside, a moderate resort. If you were to stay during the last week of January, rack rates, or a non-discounted rate, starts as low as $246 per night. Just a few weeks earlier, the rate for that same room would have been as high as $397. You could spend way more or way less by simply moving your trip a couple of weeks. You can log on to DisneyWorld.com and see the seasonal ticket and hotel price changes by entering in different times of the year that you have available. And here's another good reason to pay attention to seasonality. By choosing a less expensive season, you're also likely to avoid the largest crowds, and that can drastically improve your Walt Disney World experience. Number 4, choose your method of travel. How you choose to get to Walt Disney World will affect and be affected by many things. Flying will obviously afford you more time during your vacation, but will usually be more expensive. Driving your own car means paying parking fees at your Disney resort, but offers flexibility in the event that you'd like to leave property. If you do choose to fly, however, here are some things to consider. First, don't buy your plane tickets 6 months to a year in advance out of pure excitement. You will likely pay far more than you have to. CheapAir.com's travel study found that the best prices are usually available 2 to 3 months before your travel dates. So, be patient. Also, try to be flexible in regard to your travel days. Flying on a Tuesday or a Thursday will likely save you a considerable amount of money over trying to leave town Friday night after you get off work. And finally, if you do fly into Orlando International Airport, remember that Disney's Magical Express is available to everyone staying at select Disney hotels on Disney property. That means if you're staying at a Disney-owned and operated resort, you'll have complimentary bus service to take you to and from your hotel on the days you check in and the days you check out. It can be a really great way to officially begin your vacation and can get you to your resort hotel super quick. Just call Disney Reservations to get put on the passenger list. So determining your method of travel is going to be a big decision. But just a reminder, you don't need to schedule your flights super early in the process, but you should have a good idea of whether you will fly or drive so you can best determine how to best schedule the rest of your trip. Number 5, make your resort reservation. So you've made a budget and chosen your travel dates. Now it's time to choose where to stay. As you already know, Walt Disney World has some great hotel options, and they're found in 4 categories. Value hotels are Disney's lowest priced option and include Disney's All-Star Movies Resort, Disney's All-Star Music Resort, Disney's All-Star Sports Resort, Disney's Art of Animation Resort, the Pop Century Resort, and the campsites at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort. Moderate hotel choices include Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, Disney's Coronado Springs Resort, Port Orleans French Quarter and Port Orleans Riverside, as well as the cabins at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort. Deluxe options will feature the most well-appointed rooms and amenities and include Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, Disney's Yacht and Beach Club Resorts, Disney's Boardwalk Inn, the Contemporary Resort, the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, and Disney's Wilderness Lodge. There are also multiple deluxe villas to choose from that take the deluxe hotel experience and add full kitchens, multiple bedrooms, that sort of thing. You can find full information and details on all of the Walt Disney World resorts, as well as make reservations on DisneyWorld.com or on the My Disney Experience app. Now, a couple things about staying on property at Walt Disney World. First of all, Disney often offers ticket and hotel packages online, but I don't recommend taking advantage of those offers. I find you can usually get a better value by making those purchases separately, and we're going to talk more about that in a minute. Secondly, it's a good idea to make a reservation early and then check back in regularly to see what discounts or seasonal offers have been made available. You can always replace an existing reservation, and Disney will even apply your deposit from your first reservation to your new one when you make the change. And then finally, making your hotel reservation through Walt Disney Reservations might not be your best option. Wholesale sites like Priceline, Hotwire, Trivago, and others will often have better deals on Disney resort hotels than what Disney itself is offering. I recommend using Google to search for your preferred hotel option and finding the lowest price based on the date. Google aggregates the results from a large number of wholesale sites so you can see who has the lowest offers without having to visit multiple websites. And if you do reserve a room through a wholesaler, you can easily link your reservation to your My Disney Experience account by simply entering your reservation number into the app or by calling the Disney Help Desk. Number 6, purchase your tickets. If you want to get into the parks, you gotta have a ticket. There are a multitude of ticket options available when planning a Walt Disney World vacation, and you'll need to have ironed out the specific dates of your stay. But here are some of the basic choices you'll need to make. First, how many days are you planning to spend in the parks? You can purchase anywhere from 1 to 10-day tickets depending upon your family's plans. The more days you purchase, the cheaper each ticket will be per day. Secondly, decide whether you plan on park hopping during your stay. To park hop means to visit more than one park on a single day at Walt Disney World. Maybe you're trying to cram 4 parks into 3 days. Maybe you just want to spend most of a day at Epcot, but then want to get another ride in on Space Mountain in the Magic Kingdom before you head back to the hotel for the night. Purchasing the park hopping option will add this flexibility into your trip, but it's also going to add to the cost of your ticket. Additionally, you can also choose to add the water park and sports option to your ticket. This allows you to include visits to Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon, the NBA experience, or miniature golf. Finally, choosing the Park Hopper Plus option will give you all of the previous options combined, which is great, while it is the most expensive ticket option. Now, you can purchase your tickets through the My Disney Experience app or by speaking with a Walt Disney World representative over the phone. But you can save a significant amount of money by purchasing your tickets through Walt Disney World authorized ticket resellers. This may mean utilizing an existing relationship you have with a company like AAA or Sam's Club, but I've found the best savings to be available through undercovertourist.com. This video is not sponsored by them or anything like that, but I have purchased tickets through them several times, and as long as you have a multi-day stay, this will be your best option. No need to worry, it is entirely legitimate. When you purchase tickets through undercovertourist.com or any ticket reseller, you can choose to have an e-ticket delivered to your email inbox. Simply use the code from that e-ticket to assign the purchased tickets to each member of your planning party in mydisneyexperience.com. If you have any trouble, just give the Disney Help Desk a call, and they're always happy to help. That's why it's called the Help Desk. One more thing, purchasing your tickets early can be advantageous in multiple ways. First, you'll need tickets assigned to each member of your planning party in order to make FastPass selections, so you don't want to wait too long. But secondly, purchasing your tickets early will guard you against any increases in ticket prices. Disney doesn't telegraph their price increases, so there's no real way to know when prices are about to go up. If you buy your park tickets early, you're essentially locking in the previous year's prices if they do in fact change, and they often do. Number 7. Dining plan or no dining plan? The Disney Dining Plan is an add-on option for Disney Resort hotel guests, allowing them to essentially prepay for all of their meals during their Disney vacation. There are 3 tiers to the dining plan. First, there's the Quick Service Dining Plan, which includes 2 counter service meals per night stay, 2 snacks, and a refillable drink mug. The Standard Dining Plan includes 1 counter service meal and 1 table service meal, plus the refillable mug. The Deluxe Disney Dining Plan gives you 3 meals at either quick service or table service locations, appetizers, 2 snacks, and the refillable mug. The dining plans can add hundreds of dollars per day to your trip, depending upon the size of your party, so it's important to think about whether or not you're actually getting a good value. Generally speaking, I don't encourage people to purchase a dining plan, as the math, it just usually doesn't work out in your favor. It's nice to not have to worry about the price of whatever you're ordering, but you're going to have to eat the most expensive thing at pretty much every location and use every single one of your snack credits for it to even approach becoming a break-even proposition. Disney will sometimes offer free dining during certain times of the year, but this usually requires a non-discounted hotel rate and a ticket purchase. It still doesn't mean you're necessarily going to be spending less money. It really comes down to what's most important to you. If convenience is the goal, then the dining plans are great. If you're looking for value, you're likely going to want to pay for your own meals and snacks as you go. Number 8. Make your Disney dining reservations. Alright, now we're getting to the fun part of the planning. It should be no surprise to anybody. Eating at Disney World is at least half of the reason to go. If you go to Disney without having planned your dining ahead of time, however, you're not likely to get into any of the hottest table service restaurants. So you're going to want to take care of those reservations as soon as possible. And that means logging on to your My Disney Experience app 180 days before your arrival date to schedule the places you would like to dine the most. You can log on as early as 6 a.m. Eastern Time to make those reservations, or you can make them over the phone at 407 WDW Dine as of 7 a.m. Some of the hardest places to get reservations for will be Cinderella's Royal Table and Be Our Guest at the Magic Kingdom, Space 220 at Epcot, Oga's Cantina at Hollywood Studios, Character Dining at Ohana's at the Polynesian Resort, and a few others. So, do your research online and have those top choices ready to go 180 days before your arrival date, and set your alarm to get a jump on all of those other folks doing exactly the same thing. And one more thing, if you don't get the reservation you're hoping for, all is not lost. Cancellations happen all the time. You can check back regularly on the My Disney Experience app and see what spots may have opened up. And remember, if after making a reservation you find the need to cancel, be sure to do so at least 24 hours before the reservation, or you're likely going to be stuck paying for a no-show fee, and there's nothing worse than paying for food that you didn't eat. Number 9. Choose your FastPasses. FastPass Plus is Disney's tool that allows guests to schedule ride times on the most popular attractions at Walt Disney World. Using the My Disney Experience app or website, you can make up to 3 ride reservations in advance for a single day at a single park. During your reserved FastPass window, you can simply approach the front of the attraction, scan your magic band, and proceed on to the ride. After you use those first 3 FastPasses, you can schedule additional individual FastPasses for the remainder of that day using the app or using kiosks that you can find throughout all of the parks. Ticket holders can reserve their FastPasses up to 30 days before their visit, while those staying in a Walt Disney World Resort hotel can make their reservations up to 60 days in advance of their check-in date. FastPass reservations become available at 7 a.m. on that first day, so set your alarm and be ready to make your selections. If you want to make reservations for the most difficult to reserve attractions, you're going to need to make those selections as soon as possible, as FastPasses for rides like Flight of Passage at Animal Kingdom can be very difficult to get. Now, if you don't get FastPasses for the attractions that you were hoping for, don't get too discouraged. Like dining reservations, people make cancellations all the time, and you should still check in from time to time to see what may have opened up. And one extra tip. You may have better luck getting the most difficult FastPasses if you try to reserve them towards the end of your stay, as those days will be even further out in advance than the 60-day window. Remember, those parties with check-in days prior to yours, they're going to have first dibs on the FastPasses that are available towards the beginning of your stay. So if you miss out on a FastPass at 7:01 a.m., 60 days out, that's why. Number 10. Customize your Magic Bands. This is a Magic Band. Magic Bands are special wristbands that provide you with quick and easy access to many of your guest privileges at Walt Disney World. They're going to act as your hotel key, a purchasing tool for resort guests, your park ticket, your FastPasses. They're going to assist in storing your in-park photos, confirm your dining reservations. It's a great system, but first, you have to get one. Resort guests receive complimentary Magic Bands for each member of their traveling party. These bands are available in one of 8 colors, and you can customize your Magic Bands by going onto mydisneyexperience.com and choosing your band's color, as well as how you would like for your name to be displayed on the inside of your band. You can also upgrade your Magic Bands by purchasing ones in additional colors or with special designs. These special order Magic Bands are going to carry an additional cost, but their prices are often discounted for hotel guests. If you're not staying on Disney property, no worries. You can still purchase single color or special edition Magic Bands at shopdisney.com. They have a ton of choices, and you can assign them to each member of your traveling party by entering the serial number into the My Disney Experience app or by calling the Disney Help Desk. And if for some reason you're unable to customize or pre-order your bands in advance, that's not a big deal. You can still get an uncustomized band for free when you check into your Disney Resort hotel, or you can purchase one of your liking at the various shops on Disney's property, or even at the Magic of Disney stores inside the Orlando International Airport. Well, there you have it. 10 steps showing you how to plan a Walt Disney World vacation, and I guess step 11 is just have fun. Although there is one more tip, and that's be flexible. Things can change. You can cancel something. You can schedule something else. You can spend a day doing nothing at all. Don't let the perfectly planned trip become the enemy of your actual trip. Remember that a Disney vacation is supposed to be fun. Don't get hung up on all the details, and remember, there are a lot of other people who may have different opinions about how to plan a trip to Walt Disney World than I do, which leads me to today's question of the day. What tip would you give to someone planning a Disney trip for the very first time? I know there are a lot of experts out there, so if you're one of them, give us your answer, and maybe it will help someone else, like me. I'm still trying to figure out how to get a citrus swirl without waiting in line, so if you have any tips, I'm listening. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification icon, and don't forget to leave your tips for planning a trip to Walt Disney World in the comments below. Until next time, my name's Jacob, reminding you to gather your belongings, watch your head and step, and take all small children by the hand.